Welcome back, everyone, to Urban Jungle. Uh, our story takes place in the city of Trikoga in a not too dissimilar 1920s America, full of gangsters, cultists, and animal people. Joining us today are our players. Let's go ahead and start with Theta. Tell me, who are you playing today?
I am Dante, the original, famous soft magician. My personality is mercurial. My motto is I always have a plan, and my current goals are to take care of the entity once and for all, as well as excavate and encounter the entity.
All right, very good. So, next up is Rafferty. Tell us who you're playing.
Hello, I'm Claudia Greathouse, rich fox, who happens to be a masked vigilante monster hunter in my spare time as the Woman in Black. My motto is justice tempered by mercy, and I am determined to explore, execute, encounter, and exterminate the entity. I'm all 4X up in this bitch.
Ah, yes. And I think you also had a goal to eliminate at least some threat to the city, too.
That's right. This is my Trikoga is my city, and I will protect it.
Yeah.
Justice with
All
mercy.
right. Next up is EHH. Tell us who you're playing today.
I am playing James Green. He is a deer knight debunker, and his motto is there's got to be a logical explanation. His goals are to make a name for himself as a debunker. He hopes to do that by debunking a so-called psychic, and and he wants to explore the entity as well.
All right, excellent. Next up, we have two brand new players who we're going to introduce you here. And first one is going to be playing Edmund. I believe Cody. Yes, Cody. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, my name's Edmund. I am playing a Gecko Reporter. I'm not sure the DM wants me to explain how I'm gonna get hooked in, so I'll leave that to him. But I'm just loser reporter, trying to get what pictures I can, doing my best, but having a hard time.
Okay. Do you have a personal goal for your character?
Personal goal is to finally get seen instead of just looked over or just cast aside.
Perfect.
Nobody
Gotta
takes
get
me
your big
seriously.
break. All right. So next we're gonna go ahead and introduce Ender. Go ahead and tell us who you're gonna play.
I will be playing Zechariah Jericho. He is a bat telekinetic knight. His motto is I won't let the people I love get hurt, never again. And there's actually some backstory I came up for that. On the surface, Zechariah appears to be your average unassuming college student, but he has a somewhat dark past. When he was relatively young, his home caught fire under mysterious circumstances, and his older brother perished in the fire. The fire department investigated the incident. They couldn't figure out what caused the fire. There was no fault in the wiring. No gas leaks or anything. They just sort of wrote it off as a freak accident. But shortly after the fire, Zechariah noticed he had developed some interesting abilities. If he focused on items hard enough, he could make them float. Could bend spoons. He could make sparks jump out of outlets. And as he's matured, he's trained to develop these powers, and he's convinced that the incidents leading up to his brother's death were not just a freak accident. Something is going on there. He's not entirely sure what. So one of his personal goals is to uncover the truth of his brother's death.
All right. So we got a nice mysterious past here. I like
Yeah.
it. So I got a couple questions. First of all, do you have a personal goal at the moment?
Sorry. Oh yeah, the uncovering the truth of his brother's death was his personal goal.
Yeah, there we go. That makes
Yeah.
perfect sense. Second question I do have, of course, is so you say you're a college student, correct?
Yes.
All right, so you don't have a job.
No. He is currently studying,
Well,
I would assume.
welcome to bus fare. That's all I'm gonna say about that then. Uh, so you're probably going to Trikoga U, so we'll go ahead and use that if you go back to the university for any reason.
Okie dokie.
All right. So we've gone ahead and introduced all of our characters, and let's just do a short recap for everyone. Last where we had left our heroes, Dante had a talk with little Timothy and Martin that left everyone on awkward terms, and then started setting up for his next great big show with Threston the magician. Claudia said goodbye to Breakstone as he went off to be safe in Europe, where another war will never ever happen, and Claudia began plans for a secret base somewhere inside the city. James talked with his friend Nicholas East and received some startling news about the strange orange flowers and the solution they produced. That it provides biological energy that can move even dead tissue. It was revealed then that Dr. Knight, the university professor the crew had met, had known about it all along. Together, the three of them met and have discussed the matters at hand, that they would need to return to excavate and exterminate this strange threat that they found in Willow Springs. Zamek, however, has disappeared and is nowhere to be found. First off today, though, we're going to go ahead and begin with our brand new characters. I'm going to go ahead and start with Edmund. Edmund! It is a bright new morning in the Herald Examiner office, and already you are being called in to the editor.
All right. I'm gonna get up from my desk and slowly patter over. A little bit worried, thinking he wants me to get his coffee or something. Nothing too enthused.
So your job is basically as a functional reporter, correct?
Right.
What would the last story you have written been?
Honestly, I never really gotten a story to write with. It's usually just understudy work, like reading other people's stuff and everything, and
Mhm.
making sure their stuff is good. Like I said, they never really gave me a chance yet.
Right, so you've more been doing the editing work on other people's work.
Right.
And of course, as you come in, he goes ahead and lays down a handful of these on the desk. Mind explaining this work here?
I
It's
did.
garbage.
Oh, sorry.
Just look at this. It's typo here. Forgot this word over here. This one doesn't even exist.
Uh,
You gotta get your head in the game there.
no, I'm sorry. I did the best I can. It just kind of looks down a little bit.
He'll go ahead and lean in on his desk. Yeah, I hope you're doing your best. I don't want to have to give you another paycheck for not getting anything done this month.
Yes, sir.
I got an idea, though. Maybe this isn't best suited for you. I got another idea. I want a new story from you. I want you to go out in the fields. Let me lay the groundwork for you. A few weeks ago, we ran a story. Some old brewery turned fertilizer plant that caught fire. Let me see if I have it around here. No, that's giant shipping. So it would be no, local apartments burn. Nope, not that one. Here we go. Explosion at a factory. It wasn't an accident though, it was sabotage. At least that's what the workers said. Some sort of woman in black. Sounds like an anarchist to me, attacking legitimate business. I don't care about that part, though. What I care is we haven't heard anything else from the police about this figure. I want to know what this vigilante's up to. Then we could write up some more stories and fill up the pages.
He gets like really wide-eyed and starry-eyed, like, "Oh, this is my big break. This is my big break." So we quite enthused, like, "Sure, yes, sir."
And
Right
he's just
away.
going to immediately shoot you down. It's like, get your head out of the clouds, boy.
Oh,
This ain't
sorry.
no front page material. This is filler, half the gossip section.
Oh.
Good coffee. And besides, one way or another, I'll be honest, I don't expect anything to turn up. But someone's got to know something. Someone's got to have seen something and have something to say. But this person, undoubtedly, they're a dangerous individual. Don't go sticking your neck out. Don't poke the beehive too much. You're not a cop, and don't do anything dangerous. I've seen you around the stapler in the office. I know what happens around dangerous objects. But the trail's been cold for a while. But maybe you can find something. If you just go out there and you do your best to try to dig something up, not gonna fire you this month. Does that sound good to you?
Yes, sir. On my way.
Good. Now, before you leave, take this address. This is where the last story was. It's over
Here.
in Lakeside with all the factories.
Side factory.
That's right. What was it? Wallace Family Brewery? Yeah, that was it.
Wallace family.
Yeah, some rich family. I haven't heard about them. I don't think they're big news these days.
Got it, sir.
You can take the company car, the one over in lot 37C. Yeah, that one's best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Just be sure to check it back in one piece.
Yes, sir.
And he'll go ahead and let you go. And I'm going to give you the goal to learn about the woman in black. Or find her.
Okay.
And I assume you were heading straight there, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
Good. So we're going to go ahead and give you a temporary pause. And we're going to go over to Zechariah.
Alrighty.
All right, Zechariah. You are standing atop a high building, exhausted. You've been running from something and it feels close behind. Smokestacks and factories surround your skyline, and their smoke turns the whole sky into night. A massive pillar of darkness ascends from among the factories, rising higher than even they are. A
Oh,
dense
boy.
miasma covers all, and panic begins to echo all around. The pillar turns to you and you fall, down and down until you hit the ground, splashing in the mud of an orange river. You look up and see the pillar become a claw, angling downwards to strike before you wake up.
Oh boy.
Where
Having
you
those
wake up
dreams again.
exactly?
Probably in the dorms. At the
All right.
university.
All right. So you're in the dorms of the Trakoga U. It's a
Mhm.
bright, sunny morning outside. And of course, the curtain is already drawn, and any roommates you have already evacuated for the day.
Mhm. He'll probably like pinch at his nose a little bit. He's got a slight headache. He's been having some weird dreams lately. I will mention offhand. I did forgo the ESP, so I'm not sure if you were trying to connect to that at all.
I did recognize you had changed it, but dreams and magic go together.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Let me actually take that off his sheet here so I don't forget. Okay.
You are
So
on the second story of a dormitory, and looking out, you have a nice view of the lake. Even from this distance, you can sort of see its waters in the sunlight.
okay. You said
And
it
looking,
was
and
sorry.
of course, looking out across it, you do see the factories closer to the lake shore.
Mhm.
past all the neighborhoods and apartments.
Sort of drumming my fingers along the desktop with a thoughtful expression on my face. Something's definitely drawing me towards those factories. It's like the fact that I've been having these recurring dreams can't be a coincidence, and I'm getting a pretty strong feeling that whatever entity was coming out of those factories might have something to do A with the manifestation of my own personal powers, and B my brother's death.
So, how about I go ahead and give you a goal right now to investigate your strange dreams?
Alrighty.
And what do you plan to do then? To
Um,
Would you like to head
campus.
out to the lakeside?
Yeah, I could head out to the lakeside, or I could try and do some research on what's going on in these factories.
You could. How would you like to go about that?
Um, could grab a local newspaper, see if there's anything going on of interest. I know I
Uh,
heard some sort of hubbub about a masked vigilante that was causing trouble, so that might be of interest. Don't know
right.
if any
You
of
do
that
have
actually
the
involved.
university library at hand if you want to go through archives.
Mm-hmm.
And why don't you go ahead and give me a research roll? Something along the lines of mind academics, and if you have research, you can go ahead and add that in as the D12.
Okay, mind and academics. That would be. There is the mind. Oh wow, bad first roll.
It's
And
okay, the other ones can be better.
I don't believe I have any marks in academics. Let me double check that. Um. Oh, actually, I do have a career dice in academics here, so that would be
Huzzah, your studying actually paid off.
1d6. Okay, and I am not sure if I would be claiming the bonus D8 for investigating uh, telekinetics. Let me.
That wouldn't be the case here.
Okay.
This is more researching of current events.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. But if you don't have anything else, that is one success. All
Alrighty.
right. So you do manage to very quickly pull up a few recent articles about the Lakeside Factory District.
Alright.
And of course, among one of them is a recent explosion of a Wallace family brewery turned fertilizer plant and some mysterious woman in black. It's all very strange, but it does indicate an address where it did occur and has all the facts in the article.
Alright. Well, I guess Zechariah will head to the address. He somewhat doubtful that they're just going to let him in, but it might not hurt just to take a quick survey of the area.
All right. So we'll go ahead and have the two of you head on out there. Lakeside is a work district full of factories and warehouses. Trucks are more common than foot traffic is, and for an everyday morning, it seems like men are getting to work and nothing is quite out of the ordinary. The thing that's the most eye-catching here, however, is that nearer towards the lake, there's a lot site where there sits a lot of rubble. It has a high fence damaged in multiple places, and there's only one vehicle located nearby to it. A clean car, with the driver, a deer in a suit, taking a smoke. This is the address of the Wallace Family Brewery, and the sign up front, tilted at 45 degrees, indicates it as such. The two of you are there, and you do see each other.
Zach probably isn't going to probably isn't going to take too much notice of Edmund. I mean, it's clear by his dress that he's a reporter, and obviously they're still sending people out trying to figure out the details of what's going on in the factory. So he's not too surprised to see somebody else there. You know, he's just sort of milling about, trying to not to look too suspicious, because why the heck would would a college student be out just wandering the factory district by himself?
All right, so you're more or less just trying not to be suspicious at the moment. What about
Mhm.
you, Edmund?
Well, Zachariah is right. I have my camera out, taking a couple pictures of the building, trying to get the good shot for the paper, even though he knows it's only going to be filler, but he's doing his due diligence. And he's going to try to see if he can get in the building proper to maybe talk with someone or something. He's not really paying
Uh,
attention to.
okay. So, as far as getting into the building, it is a pile of rubble. Let me go ahead and describe. The front gate is wide open, but nearly untouched. A small shack just outside the real factory is crumpled into nothing under the weight of a fallen wall. A large door frame for a warehouse gate sits miraculously still standing amid a lack of empty walls. Rubble of stone and metal fills the entire premises, and a large smokestack has fallen back towards the lake, crushing the fence beneath it. In the distance, through the hole in the back fence made by that stack, you can see a drainage pipe and a small orange stream flowing out towards the lake. It doesn't seem like anyone is here to greet you at the factory.
Okay, question. Has Zechariah noticed that orange stream? Because he would automatically connect that with what he saw in his dream.
If you head onto the premises, yes, indeed.
Okay, I am actually going to. Zechariah is still not sure if he's going to get in trouble if he is caught here. So I'm gonna have him try and be a little bit stealthy here. So what would I roll for that?
Here I'd like you to go ahead and roll, let's say, mind, observation, and stealth.
Okay,
Stealth is evasion in this game.
Yes,
yeah,
I'm
and
sorry. Evasion and stealth would be a bonus if you had it.
I also have the gift of stealth for being a bat.
Perfect.
So it would be mine. Okay.
All right, let's see.
Observation. Let's see here. And you said evasion?
Yes.
Alrighty. And then the bonus d12 from stealth.
All right. So Edmund, you're taking photos of the rubble. And Zechariah, as you kind of climb out on the rubble and start sort of heading out towards that strange orange stream, you can't help but notice that there's a car out there. And it sounds like it's still running. What's more, you also hear movement over there. And the sound of something like metal on rock.
Alright. I'm probably going to stay crouched down pretty low. Still trying to stay out of sight. I'm just going to kind of hold my position, and then probably staring pretty intently at that car, going to see if anybody comes out of it or approaches the vehicle.
Uh, as you approach closer, let's see, the back side of the factory. Behind the factory is a rocky lakefront, which is a terrible beach covered in metal pipes and pumps to extract water for industrial ends, and pipes that flow back out into it and pour sludge and runoff. This is one of those pipes. As you get closer, the sounds of metal scraping against rock get all the louder, and you can start to make out the figures of two men in suits trying to dip a barrel into the stream and let that outflow pour into it. Nearby to them, though, as you are approaching quietly, you can't help but notice that there is an armadillo woman dressed in black, with her arms crossed and scowling. The barrel clunks to the ground as it slips out of the men's muddy paws, and the woman shakes her head. I think I see now why Wonderful wanted me to manage you two. Quit letting it slip. Wipe the mud off on your suits and get a grip already. The two men then look agitated, and one of them bemoans, "Hey, this suit cost me like $2 to get clean. I ain't getting more dirt on it than I got to." But begrudgingly, they continue to labor and continue to try to collect the orange runoff.
Right.
Edmund, from back where you are in the rubble, you can see Zechariah kind of approaching one of the runoff pipes cautiously.
Does it look like he's like sneaking around, or does it look like he's just actually actively going for it?
He is
That
definitely
makes-
sneaking around.
Okay, I'm going to start that as well then. Go and see what he's doing. Probably take a
Oh.
picture as well.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and give me the same type of roll that he did? Mind, observation, and evasion. And of course, you can add in the gift of stealth.
Sadly, I don't have stealth, but I would do that for you.
Okay.
Okay. Could I roll observation to see if I like notice like the camera shutter clicking or something like that? Because Zechariah
I'm going to
would
say that he needs to get closer to take a good picture yet. He definitely cannot get a good visual on any of this from all the way back where he was.
definitely react to having his picture taken because he's trying to be as incognito here as possible.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm actually being not so good reporter. I'm gonna try to sneak to take a picture. What was the rules
Alright.
again? I'm sorry, you said
Mind, observation, and evasion. Observation will get you a good position to view things. Evasion will keep you from being seen.
Oh, for whatever reason, it looks like the macro is broken.
I'm so sorry.
You might not have anything down on it.
I'll just roll naturally. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. Go ahead. All right. No successes on mine.
And if I don't have skills in the other two things, would they be a D4 or?
You don't get anything if you don't have those skills.
Then I don't know. No marks in those skills.
All right, you go ahead and stumble out onto the rocky outcropping, straight over top, and loom down over them from the pipe, and everyone looks towards you as you take a picture with a click. The two men are startled and drop the barrel, and then immediately start reaching into their jackets. Hey, what's the big deal? Who the hell are you?
Zechariah is sort of observing all this, wondering if he needs to get the hell out and dodge.
They haven't noticed you yet. But they have noticed this
Yes,
weird
Edmund
gecko
is-
taking pictures of them.
Yes, but Edmund is causing a scene, and that's bad for Zechariah.
So what do you do, Edmund?
Well, I'm of course going to snap the picture.
They cover their eyes again. It's like, he's nosing around. Just get him.
Yeah.
And they are going to try getting you.
Sure. As
I
soon as
would like. I would like you to go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Sure.
The two of you can do this. If there's anything you want to end up in your hands, that's good, and you might get focus out of it. There is an initiative button on the sheet, but otherwise, initiative is, I believe, mind and speed, isn't it? So I'm going to go ahead and give a roll for my characters. Okay, one of them will have focus. I'm going to drag you guys down here towards where we have our little range finder.
There we go.
There we go. All right, so each of you has a success. Neither of you are dazed, and you can go ahead and have a weapon in your hand if you really want to. But these guys are initiating the encounter, and the two mobsters are, of course, going to go ahead and try climbing around the pipe just to move around you. One of them looks like he is ready. So he's going to stay still, and this guy is going to go ahead and guard. No, he's going to try scaring you. Here we go. We need a frighten roll. He's going to
say
go
something
ahead.
Scary, man.
Yeah, I'm going to think about that in just 1 second once I queue up body and will here. Body, will, and does he have guts? Nope, he ain't that cool. You gotta give us that camera before we mess you up. I'm going to need you to roll body, will, and presence to resist being scared.
Okay.
You will need to beat a 6.
And I don't have presence, so
Yup. So that is unfortunate. You are now scared. I'm going to give you a yellow mark for that for the time being. And this guy is dazed because he has done a stunt.
and with that, can I activate coward?
Coward is activated as long as you're scared.
Okay.
But it is now your turn. You are now scared, and there are 2 mobsters surrounding you. And a strange woman looking at you.
Strange woman. Do I get a peek at her before I have to run?
Indeed you do. She's an armadillo woman in a black dress and a very serious, mean expression.
Okay, so I have to run away now because I'm panicked, correct?
If you want to stop being panicked, that is correct.
Okay, because I wanted to know if I could snap a picture of her before I run. Or
That is still
snap
possible. The only thing you can't do while panicked is attack other people.
Okay, then I would of course take a picture of her and hightail it out of there.
All right. I'd like you to go ahead and make a roll for this picture. What do you have to take a good picture that you're trying to take quickly?
Just the standard camera that the company gave me.
So
Yeah,
I'm going to say it's going to be speed, mind, and craft.
Speed, mind, and craft. Okay.
You don't have the gift of photography, I don't think.
No.
So this is just going to be to see how well you can do this. I do believe you should have some craft, though.
And let me look up craft 1 moment.
Okie doke.
Actually, I don't know.
No. So we're just going with speed and mind. Was that these last 2 rolls right here?
Yes.
All right. So 3 and 1. Well, you snap a picture. And that is 1 action. What do you do with your other one?
Run.
All right. Would you like to roll body and athletics to see if you can run very far?
Sure. Again, I don't have athletics, so I'm just gonna run body.
Okay.
Coward does add a D12 to run away.
Yep. Should be very helpful for you here.
There you go.
Hey, there we go. That is 2 successes. You can go ahead and shuffle all the way back out to medium range, back out to the rubble pile. And as you do, you pass by that same deer who was smoking earlier.
Is this deer an officer or just random
He's
worker?
just a deer in a suit.
Gotcha.
But you do see he has a gun on him.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm trying to get to my car right now, so
All right. So next up is Zechariah. What are you doing? You have 2 actions.
My mic is muted. Okay. And you said
Yeah,
I could
there
have
we
an
go.
And you said I could have an item ready.
Yes, that is correct because you did well enough on initiative. What do you want to have
Okay.
ready?
Zek's going to reach into his jacket here and take out a Bowie knife just for personal protection here in case he has
All
to
right.
get into a scrap.
So you already have your Bowie knife ready in your hand. What do you want to do for your actions?
I think Zek is going to try, and he doesn't really want to get into a fight with these people if he can avoid it. So I think he's going to Edmund, as idiotic as he is acting, has caught the bat's interest, so he's going to try and sneakily follow Edmund. So I assume that would be stealth again.
Yes. If you want to go ahead and move and continue to be hidden, you can go ahead and roll speed and evasion.
Speed, evasion, and stealth. Okay, so
That will go ahead and render you reeling, but you will be hidden.
okay.
All you need to do is get at least 1 success.
I'm not sure why it's taking so long to roll the dice here. Evasion and stealth. Alrighty.
Alrighty, that looks pretty good right there. You got 2 successes. You will go ahead and move out to medium range, and you will be hidden. I'm going to give you this icon.
Okay.
All right. So, Rise of Villains turns, and of course, everyone else. The deer here will continue to stay hidden. These guys out here, one of the mobsters is going to go ahead and try shooting Edmund. So, Edmund, you can go ahead and dodge. I don't believe you have any way to counter at this range. However, they are at a far range, so you will have a bonus 1d12 to evade them.
okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and take out their shooting. Here we go. And they also get a d6 for ammo.
Good luck on.
Thank you.
All right, they have 1 success here out of 5. Let's see if you can roll better than that.
And what would you like me to roll?
You roll your speed and evasion when trying to avoid being hit. If you're a coward and panicked, you also get a bonus d12. You get a bonus d12 to all evasion when panicked.
And you are at a
have-
medium distance, so you will add an additional d12 for being at a far range.
Right. So speed, evasion, and 2d12. Now, this is a contest, so you don't just need successes. You need to roll higher than your opponent's highest showing die. Your opponent has rolled a 5. You must roll a 6 or better, or bad things might happen to you.
There's my D12s.
You are fine.
Okay.
Yep. With that alone, you have dodged 1 bullet from the person who shouted at you, who is now screaming, "Get back here!" as he also tries to shoot you. Not very good on his part. This one
Close.
is going to drop his focus so that he can aim at you.
Uh-oh.
So he's going to roll the same thing where we have our shooting here. He's got a lot more successes. He has ammunition, and he has aim. He has now rolled a 7 and has a really good shot on you.
Yep. So
Go ahead and
same.
roll me those d12s real quick.
Good luck.
There we go.
There we go. An 11 outclasses him. Your sheer cowardice and distance from him causes the bullet to hit a wall nearby to you. Very, very nearby. This guy is going to go ahead and change one increment and look to his friend and say, "We just gotta get out of here." The woman dressed in black is going to shake her head and say, "I haven't seen enough. Just take what we got in the barrel and let's get out of here." And to that, the two of you are retreating from combat, correct?
Yes.
There we go. So we're going to go ahead and call combat closed right there. The two of you have run off, and you hear the sounds of a barrel moving around heavily, the car being loaded up, and then driving away.
Would I
Oh.
see where the car's going?
Yes, indeed. You can go ahead and note down the direction that it's going.
Alright.
Sure.
Before Edmund runs off, Zach is going to come out of hiding and move over and kind of like grab his shoulder to get his attention.
Oh no, I'm running to my car because I know more than likely they have to hightail it out of here. So I'm going to do a car chase if able.
Well, it's like
Yep.
Zach does not have transportation, so he's going to probably be trying to keep up with you.
I mean, if you could get to the car in time, he'll let you in.
Yeah.
Last minute stuff. But other than
Yeah.
that,
I mean,
All right.
can I keep up with Edmund at this point, or
Yes, absolutely. This is
Okay.
perfectly fine. As you are coming back onto the street, you see Edmund getting into his car and trying to start it. And you also see that the deer from before is also very rapidly trying to start his car.
all right? Zechariah is going to take a pretty bold action here and just sort of jump into Edmund's car as the door is opened.
at this point, I am a little bit wary, but I don't care right now because I saw him earlier. So and
I
I'm
mean,
just gonna.
Zechariah is like, I mean, he is, I guess he's probably put the knife away back hidden in his jacket, so he's not exactly threatening. He's a 19-year-old college student, so
Yeah, I figure he's a wannabe reporter. Just a hobbyist. But I'm gonna try to hightail it to the car, like follow the car.
it's like, and
All
Zach's
right.
gonna be like, "You're following them?
I'm a reporter. I have to give my story.
They have guns.
I dodged.
Next time you might not be so lucky."
I'm just gonna look to this teenager here, and I'm not sure about cars back in the day, but do they have glove boxes, quote unquote?
Absolutely. You got to store all of your fancy gloves in there.
Thank you. I'm gonna nod to the glove box to what's in there.
It's like, suit yourself. I have a vested interest in what's going on here as well.
Yeah, in the glove box I have my own gun, so
Jericho, you will or Zechariah, you will go ahead and you can take a look at the gun and you can see that it actually has not been loaded.
Don't you need ammo for something like this? I'm not an expert in firearms, but I'm pretty sure you need to load this before it'll be effective.
there should be uh uh, uh I'm just losing my mind because I'm trying to keep up, ammo box.
It's like, I hope you're a better shot than I am.
Well, you could definitely try to shoot and drive. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you the question: what do you have to engage in a car chase to tail somebody?
That card that they told me not to mess up.
Oh Lord.
Well,
We're
that
chasing
allows you to make this
a
check,
car.
but I'm going to say it's definitely going to involve speed and transport, and I'm going to ask for observation as well so that you can actually keep track of these guys.
Sure, let me get all those rolls up for you.
Okay, I'll go ahead and roll observation here. Zach can at least help track him, even if he's not helping to drive.
That's perfectly fair.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and roll speed observation as well.
Okay, it's okay.
Nice.
Observation, and that is a mind as well for observation. I'm not sure why it's not rolling that with the other dice pool.
Okay. So far we got some rolls, and we're going to see how well they are driving away. They are going to make a similar roll. All right. So, hey, there we go. So Edmund, your car has a little bit of a kick to it, and is able to do some very sharp turns as they are trying to lose anyone who might possibly be following them. However, you can hear the specific sounds of their car sputtering along and taking sharp, dangerous turns. And you use that to follow them down to a warehouse.
So, do you have any idea what exactly we're planning to do once we catch these guys?
Find the story.
The two of you will hear the sounds of something being pulled up and dropped, and a car heading inside to a fenced area. And as you approach, you will see a small lot with a low to the ground fence made of wood for privacy. There are a pair of guards in uniform standing at front of this lot in a booth with a bar blocking the way in for vehicles. On their booth is a small sign that says Walls Glasgow Storage Number 8.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down here so I don't forget it.
Yeah, my hands are busy right now.
Said wall. Okay, sorry. Walls, Glasgow, building number 8.
Storage Number 8.
Alrighty. Note taken.
All right. And as the two of you are sitting there, you see another car pulling up behind you with the deer.
God, I hope he's not a cop.
He's stopped and he's looking around a little bit. And he actually stops his car and gets out and is approaching yours.
Is he trying to grab anything or is he just approaching?
No, he's not grabbing anything. He is hands-free.
Okay. I just look to the bat and be like, be ready in case of anything. I'm just gonna sit there for now.
It's like Zach's going to be like, if anyone asks, I'm your intern, okay?
Yeah, for right now I'm gonna wait, see what happens.
He goes ahead and approaches the driver's side and taps on the window for you to roll it down.
Does he look like an officer or security or anything of that nature?
How would you know? He is wearing a suit. He does not appear to be wearing any sort of badge.
Fair enough. I would assume we. Oh no, I haven't been doing any reporting, so yeah, I'm just gonna roll down my window.
All right. He'll go ahead and lean a shoulder on it and go, "Hello there, boys. You see that car go in here?"
Yeah, they kind of flew out of there like a bat out of hell. Pardon the expression.
I just snicker at that.
Yeah, they got out of there real fast there, didn't they? You always wouldn't mind answering a few questions for me, would you?
Can I ask who you are first?
Sure thing. I'm Alton DeHare, private detective. Here's my card. And he'll hand it over to you.
Alrighty.
I'm working for a certain someone, and if you could go ahead and help out we're really interested in what might have been going on over there. If you're willing to follow me back to the office, I'll meet you there. We'll talk.
Zach's gonna exchange glances with Edmund, kind of like, can we trust this guy?
He has a card. He has to be legit.
I mean, anybody with a suit and a fancy hat can call themselves a private detective. Still, it's a lead.
But I worry if we leave here, they'll have plenty of time to get rid of whatever they were doing or find a new hideout.
Zach's gonna kind of point to the garbage. He's like, do you really think we're gonna get through that?
Not really wise unless you're looking to break a couple laws.
I would prefer not to.
Yeah,
I didn't
same
think
here.
so. I think they know that. I don't think they're going anywhere.
All right, then. Is there some way that I could try to see if this guy is like pulling our leg or like trying to deceive us?
What would you have for that? That would be questioning, wouldn't it? And probably mind.
Questioning and mind. I don't have anything in questioning. I could roll mind though.
I do have questioning, and also can I? I'll do observation to see his like bodily signals. You know, if he's sweating or averting his eyes.
Sure, why not?
Okay, I'll go ahead and roll my 1d8 as an assist to Edmund here.
All right, let's see if we get success. And yep, you can go ahead and pass the D8 over.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna do my observation first.
Any in any order, as long as we get them all.
Hey,
Okay. So,
eek. Observation, mind, and
questioning.
And then a bonus d8 from Zach.
there we go.
There we go. That is at least 2 successes. So, working together, the two of you look at him, and you can see that he's definitely has a very focused demeanor about himself. He is very interested in hearing what you have to say, and is also trying to get to the bottom of the matter and try to figure out if you two are involved in any of this. But he seems satisfied and seems to be what he says he is. And he'll straighten up his tie a little bit. I'll see you there at the office then.
We'll see you there. Yeah.
All right. Claudia. You and everyone else have been hanging at your house, having a nice breakfast and a good discussion when your phone rings.
Which phone rings?
The regular one.
Ah, regular phone. I will answer the regular phone. Regular hello.
Regular hello to you too. It is Dalton on the other line.
Ah, yes, Dalton. I told you the check's in the mail.
No, Alton Dare. That's right. Not Dalton. I got the two.
Awesome.
I just combined the two there for a second. My bad.
Yeah, I think he's Welsh or something.
All right. Well, I went ahead and started the investigation. Thought I'd go on a little bit of a walk today, looking after this Who Owns That Wallace building. Saw something really interesting. A couple people trying to mop up some sewage. Looked weird. They were really angsty about it and went away. 2 males and 1 female. I got 2 people with me who got an eyewitness of it.
Oh?
And we followed one of their followed the vehicle down over to one of the warehouses here in the city.
Well, I appreciate that you're watching the abandoned place, but I'm more interested in certain principles, not the property itself.
I understand that. I set a few detectives on that already. They're doing the paper trail. Quite honestly, I thought I was just going to have a small little morning constitutional down the lake.
And thought
But
you'd
things
walk on a
happened.
toxic dump site.
And it turns out there was something more interesting than I thought there.
Huh. Well, I suppose it's a crime neighborhood, and we are deep in horrible crime, this being Prohibition era America.
But I got two people here to question. If you're interested at all, I got them over here at the office.
Do you think they know anything about the principals? I mean, I've given you a list of persons of interest.
Well, I haven't seen anyone else show up at that place except people who were involved. So I'm going to
Well, but
guess
the
that
people
maybe
were-
they are.
Who were the people cleaning up the toxic spill? Do you have pictures of that?
I don't, but I think one of them did.
Developed or undeveloped?
Undeveloped right now. It was
Offer them
about
50
5
bucks
minutes
to-
ago.
Offer them buy the film off of them and tell them they can get give them an offer for the film. I'll expense it.
Might need you down here to write that check.
I'm good for it. You have a retainer. I'm stinking rich.
Well, you say that, but I also just made a whole bunch of purchases.
I'll sign up, Mr. Dare. If our past working relationship has proven anything, it's that we have a good, solid working relationship. I can go as high as $100. Try to lowball them.
Of course. I will go ahead and stop and say, as the M, I'm merely trying to get these players involved in things and communicating with the main group.
Okay. Well, yeah, I could see that. Two people, you say they saw something. So you really think they might actually know something about the principals?
It seems likely.
All
Everyone
right.
else seems to avoid that place. They haven't even begun construction over here. Clear it all out.
Okay.
Well,
Sorry.
tell you what, call them a cab and have them sent out to this address, which of course is mine.
All right, will do. I got cash
Expense
for
it
that
to
in the
me.
pocket.
Well, sorry, to the cab driver. I'll just go ahead and get the cab driver. We're gonna have to go down to the vault and get another shave off some more of the gold bars.
Just give a couple slivers to the cab driver.
I wonder where my family did get all of this money. Where they like
The Civil War, of course.
So Civil War stolen gold during the war between during the war of Northern aggression. Let's make everyone hate my character.
Oh dear. So the two of you have gone to Alton's detective office. And after a short while of waiting, he will turn to you and say, I won't be giving you the questions myself. One of my clients would like to actually meet with you over the matter. There's a cab downstairs for you to take.
Okay. Zach's going to turn to Edmund here and ask if he can borrow a little bit of undeveloped film.
Do you know how expensive they are?
Just trust me, I want to try something.
I give him my spare, the one that's almost empty.
Okay, Zach is going to make a personal power roll here.
Ooh, okay, you're gonna activate a cool power. I think I know exactly what you're aiming for, but
Yes,
why don't you give me that
finally.
PK roll?
Okay, so let's see here. PK is. Give me one moment.
It's going to be mind, will, and presence, and also your personal power.
Okay, there is the power.